Poké Lovers, it's time for another rating of the Pokemon. Last time we finished with... Again, I don't remember. I have issues. Last time I finished with Shellder... No! Last week I finished with Muck. Today we're starting out with Shellder. Now Shellder is a shell Pokemon. What? Are you serious, Hilde? Yes. Shellder is a shell Pokemon. Oh my god. Shellder's shell is so hard. It is pretty much impenetrable. You cannot hurt it when it's closed. The only thing about Shellder is that his tongue is sticking out all the time, always. Shellder literally has his tongue sticking out all the time. So if you just tickle his little tongue, it will open up and you can smash it. I just made that up, but I think it's true. I think that could happen. I honestly think Shellder is quite adorable. Just look at his little face. It's so cute and it is fucking adorable. Shellder, why are you so cute? Shellder can also clamp itself onto an opponent, but it barely ever does that because it exposes its vulnerable bits. That sounds disgusting. It's a water Pokemon, and you know, I really like water Pokemon, so Shellder for me is a 4 out of 5. Then Shellder evolves in Cloyster, which is, you guessed it, an oyster. I know. I think Cloyster is a combination of clam and oyster. Cloyster's shell is even harder than Shellder's shell, which is impossible because you cannot hurt Shellder's shell. But Cloyster's shell, you also cannot hurt because it's a hard shell. Cloyster's shell actually cannot be shattered in any way, even with a bomb. Does that imply that Shellder's shell can? Maybe, but I don't know, because they both have really hard shells. Cloyster is a water and ice Pokemon, which is a combination I can definitely live with. That's a good combination. It's a good combination. I like Cloyster a lot. It is one of those Pokemon that I just have I don't know, a thing for. So 5 out of 5. Number 92 is Ghastly, the ghost Pokemon. It is the first ghost Pokemon in this list. I am personally not good with ghost Pokemon. I'm really bad at using them in battle. I don't know why. There's something about ghost Pokemon that I just suck at. But Ghastly is really cool. It's just a flying ball with some gas. It's pretty much made of gas, let's be honest. But it looks like a flying ball with gas, doesn't it? So, actually, Ghastly is born from gases. That's why it's called Ghastly. Also because his appearance is quite ghastly. Ghastly is a ghost and poison Pokemon, which means that it is 2 types I'm not very good with. Thank you, Ghastly. Thank you. I think in the anime, Ghastly is hilarious together with his other ghostly friends. So Ghastly for me is a 3 out of 5. Then Ghastly evolves into Haunter. Now Haunter is hilarious. It licks people and it does that to steal their life force. I mean, this sounds so much darker than they made it seem in the anime, but it's pretty dark. What I like about Haunter is his like little floaty hands. I really like looking at that. I just think it's cute. I don't know why. And the fact that Ghastly really likes pranking people that come into haunted houses. If you've seen that episode, it's one of the Orange Islands episode where they are on this haunted ship. Haunter and I think a Ghastly are like protecting their deceased trainer's treasure trophy, and I just think that's a really nice twist. I mean, it looks evil, but it is pretty kind-hearted. Haunter for me is a 4 out of 5. Then when you trade Haunter, it evolves into Gengar. Now Gengar is a ghost Pokemon that I really like, actually. It is a shadow Pokemon. It lurks in the shadows, and if it is in the shadows, you can't actually see it. So it's really good at scaring people. And what it also does is take all the heat away from an area. So what it can do is turn an area into minus 10 degrees Fahrenheit, I think. Oh no, to 10 degrees Fahrenheit. Sorry about that. Which is why Haunter gives you the chills, literally. And I think that's kind of cool. Haunter also has a Mega Evolution. We're talking about Gengar, actually. Gengar also has a Mega Evolution. It's called Mega Gengar. What? Yes, Mega Gengar. Now, Mega Gengar is pretty cool, actually. It looks way more evil than Gengar does, and I dig that. Now, Gengar can be very loyal to its trainer when it's been treated well, and it can actually be a really powerful Pokemon. I know it's used in competitive matches a lot, and Gengar is sweet. I like Gengar, even though it's a poison and ghost Pokemon. I can live with Gengar. It's fine. 5 out of 5. Next up is Onyx, Brock's trusty friend, which is huge, and if you sprinkle a little bit of water on it, it's dead. It's gone gone. Bye, Onyx. No, Onyx is a rock Pokemon. It's able to rotate every rock in its body 360 degrees. How does that happen? How is it attached? I don't know, but it's kind of neat. How do you do that, Onyx? Please tell me. Explain everything. Onyx can travel underground through passages, which causes earthquakes and all that kind of shit. So if there's ever an earthquake near you, probably an Onyx, just roaring under the ground like it does. And what Onyx also does is eat some rocks. Now, if that's what he's into, sure, you eat your rocks, Onyx. You do you do you. 2 out of 5. The next one is Drowzee. Now, I've been reading some disturbing shit about this. If you're in bed and your nose is itching, apparently a Drowzee is above you trying to suck your dream out of your nose. This is actual stuff. I did not make that up. I have a very itchy nose when I'm in bed. Does that mean there's a Drowzee over me every single time? Because that's terrifying. Drowzee is a Pokemon that looks like a tapir. It can eat your dreams and it can just be generally creepy and do this a lot. Drowzee. It hypnotizes children to make them act like Pokemon, I think. That was Drowzee. I'm pretty sure that was Drowzee. If it's not Drowzee, please correct me, but I'm pretty sure that was Drowzee. So Drowzee eats your dreams, and it actually has a preference for fun dreams. If it has fun dreams, it's happy, and if it eats bad dreams, it can become ill. That's kind of cute. I like Drowzee. 4 out of 5. Drowzee evolves into Hypno, which is a hypnotic Pokemon. I just made that up, but I'm pretty sure it's true. Hypno can hypnotize people to sleep and then eat their dreams. It's kind of like Drowzee, but more advanced because it can do that. And while it's waiting for its prey, it polishes its little pendulum, get it ready to eat your dreams. Drowzee is, I don't know, I think Drowzee is cute, but Hypno kind of scares me, so I would never make my Drowzee evolve. I honestly don't really know that much about Hypno. That is pretty much everything I know. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go to the next one. Hypno is a 3 out of 5. Up next is number 98, Crabby. I remember Crabby being this cute little crab with bubbles coming out of its mouth in the anime. I think it's one of the first Pokemon Ash actually catches himself. So that's cool. Good for you, Ash. Crabby is kind of aggressive and it is very defensive when it comes to itself, which is a good thing. I mean, stand up for yourself, Crabby. Crabby is an Einzelganger, so, you know, you gotta stand up for yourself. The only thing I really know about Crabby is that it makes the sound. I should stop trying to imitate Pokemon. It's very embarrassing. Stop! I sometimes do use Krabby in my games because I just like the way it pinches. I pinch. Does anyone know that commercial? Oh god, I get distracted. It doesn't matter. Krabby for me is a 3 out of 5. Krabby evolves into Kingler. Now Kingler is pretty much just a large version of Krabby, but the fun thing about Kingler is its left claw is larger than its right claw. This is actually my right hand. His left claw is larger than his right claw, and it's actually so heavy that it sometimes can't pick up its own claw and it just falls over. Kingler communicate with each other by waving their claws around or something. I don't know what they do. Kingler is kind of a big crab though, and I think it's pretty powerful. It can be pretty powerful if you train it well, which I don't. Kingler tries to open up Shellder and Cloyster shells with his claw. I don't really know what he expects to find in there. It's just their bodies. Can you eat them? Because that doesn't sound fun. Maybe he just does it to bother them. It's kind of mean. 3 out of 5. Up next is number 100, Voltorb. Can you believe we're at number 100 already? That is crazy. But we have 7 times this amount to go still, so why am I happy? Voltorb is a Pokemon that looks like a Pokeball. People believe it used to be a Pokeball that got exposed to a large energy field and then turned into a Voltorb, came to life, and then started reproducing. I don't know how, because it's a ball. I don't think it has any type of reproductive organs, but you know, who knows with Pokemon. As long as there's a Ditto involved, it's all fine. Voltorb is a pretty powerful electric Pokemon. It also explodes when you get near it or touch it or do something with it. It gets angry and it explodes. It fucking explodes. Now, if you've played the Pokemon games, you know that sometimes you're like, oh, this is an item. You fucking go to the item and it's a Voltorb and it's like, yeah, Thanks. I really wanted a potion, but this is a Voltorb, and now I'm dead. Thank you, Voltorb. Anyway, Voltorb is kind of cool, so I give him 4 out of 5. Up next is number 101, Electrode. Here I was in the middle of the night editing my video, and then I found out the Electrode part had broken. It broke. So, just gonna do this on my webcam. It's a bit weird, but it's gotta do with what you have, right? Electrode is a big upside down version of Voltorb. It has quite nice eyebrows. We all know I like me some nice eyebrows. And Electrode is generally quite cool. I don't know what it is about Electrode, but he is one of the fastest Pokemon. I think he was the fastest Pokemon in the first generation, and then he got outnumbered by Ninjask and Deoxys, I think? I don't know. It's not something you'd expect from Electrode to be really fucking fast, so I guess it can roll real fast and just hit you in the face or something. There's an episode of the Pokemon anime where there is a city full of Electrode, and they drive away all the people because they keep exploding. Now, there is this dude, and he takes all the Electrode on top of his Diglett, digs tunnels, and then puts the Electrode on an island where they all live happily ever after and don't explode because they're not crowded and they're happy, and it is nice. Electrode aren't as bad as you think. They are quite friendly and they can explode. Now, here's a misconception. If an Electrode explodes, it does not die, it just faints and it becomes very weak. So be careful when you approach an Electrode. Don't touch it too hard and be nice. Electrode can be a nice guy, man. I gave Electrode 4 out of 5. In Pokemon Snap, it was really hard to get a picture of an Electrode because it just kept exploding, and then the exploded picture was not worth anything, and it was like, why? That was it for today. We're already at 101, that's crazy. Next week, we're starting out with... Gotta look it up again. Execute the bunch of eggs Pokemon. I'll see you next time. Bye!